Welcome everybody, this is Hey Falcon. I will be your host and caster today to find out who won our Synthriders tournament. This is Virtual Athletics League VR Fitness Summit, and we are going to be watching our riders Raptor, Moin, and Jade. They will be playing through a double round robin, and if there is a tie, there will be a 7 song at the end, and we're about to jump into the first song now. Let's go. The players are getting ready. We have Moin on the top left, Jade on the top right, and Raptor down at the bottom left here in the window. The song Paris Nightwalk, they're all being played on the highest difficulty, which is in Master. And if you haven't seen Synthriders before, this is one groovy game of both dance and precision. You will notice there's more than just 2 colors. You've got your 2 colors, your left and right.
What?
You'll have your 2 specials. By default, one of them is green and the other one is gold. And you'll find simply by looking at how they're playing on how they need to be played. When you come to a green orb, you get to choose one hand, either hand, and lead all the way to the end of that special with that one hand to get the full bonus points. And your golden is when you bring both hands together all the way to the end of the special to get all the extra points. As you can see with this one, Jade has got the lead, but all 3 players are exceptionally close to each other. An absolute jammer of a song to begin with as well. Now all 3 players, as you can see, they're actually all playing in the multiplayer lobby all together. It's one fierce competition, absolutely. And you can see the differences in their movements. Oh, we saw Raptor go through one of the obstacles just then. Now that does reduce your health, but it does not take away the multiplier. Currently, all our players, they're all on the multiplier times 6. So as long as they keep getting those accurate, perfect hits, this is going to be a very close battle to the end. One of the most unique things you would notice from Synthriders, the rails. It is one of the most amazing additions that I have witnessed in any game I have played. It adds such an amazing immersion to the songs that have been used. And when those rails are added to those perfect moments of the song, there's an absolutely amazing feeling of satisfaction. Oh, it looks like Moin, with that last special, has jumped in front. So I always get excited watching. This is one of my favorite games to play. Whenever I'm playing and I finish a song, I always get to see one of these players above me. So this is very exciting for me to actually sit and watch how they play as well. You can see how precise their movements are, yet fluid. Nice, and coming to the end of the song, looks like Jade, just at the end, got that one. Now moving on, straight to our second song, Butterfly. This is from the Electro Swing pack that was recently released with one of their big updates this year. I believe there's 11 songs in that pack now. Absolutely the grooviest set of selection of music. With the early start, Jade is absolutely confident from the previous win. As you can see, those those golden rares are an absolute great addition. And it's hard to just watch. You wanna dance to it, even just watching. And if you're asking how come everybody's allowed different colors, the game has a complete what's the word? You know the word when you can customize your own colors? So you can choose from a huge spectrum of colors of your choice for all 4 colors and the walls. Of course, none of this changes how well you play the game, but for some people it is easier to see certain colors than others, so it is perfectly fair for everyone to choose the colors of their choice. I have mine slightly adjusted just to make it easier. Such a fantastic group, and the game allows you to change the environment as well. As you can see, all 3 of our players have a different environment which they're more comfortable playing in. Some like things sparkly, some like it more simple. Some people just have to adjust due to just computer hardware limitations. The game does work just about on any hardware, always good to check. But if you want to get the most performance, especially like the players you see here, you can see the difference between the screens. Some of them have definitely turned down certain graphics. They certainly don't have the explosive sparkles every time they hit a perfect run. And I love the creativity. I love the creativity on all the walls on these newer maps. And the draw. Fly, fly, butterfly. I have played these quite a few times now. I love singing along. It's so hard for me to sit here and watch these players riding along, and they're doing such an amazing job. And you can see that the scores, it is so close. The scores are so close. Right now it's anybody's game. After every rail, depending on how well they started those rails. Oh, what do we get? It looks like we have Moyne ahead. First we had Jade, second Moyne, and now we're jumping to Phoenix, the Scandroid. And all these are played in the highest difficulty. There is no modifiers. Everybody in the competition right now, they're playing with just the master difficulty and no added modifiers. So it's fair game here for everyone. If you go through the, if you're a bit of a rider yourself, you like playing quite a bit of Synthriders, next time you jump in, or you would have already noticed this, there's a lot of songs about playing through the night, starting the night, and a lot of phoenixes. What does that mean to you? And you'll even see me bopping my head backward and forth just watching these players. My body automatically wants to move along to all these obstacles and the rails. And that's what this game does. It is such an amazing game that really gets you immersed. Now you can play it your way. There's so many modifiers to choose from. We are playing in the rhythm mode right now, and then there's a force mode. And the difference is, one relies on the accuracy of each catch. So the more central you are to each of those orbs, the higher the score. So there's 3. There's a poor hit, a good, and a perfect. 3. Now, getting to the good stage feels pretty easy. but going from good to perfect, that is where this game becomes so much harder to master. You'll notice it's a game pretty easy to pick up and play, but trying to keep up with these players and a few others that you'll find on the leaderboard, it's it'll come with time. It's all practice and just finding where you are and how comfortable you are in VR. Something that I always try to explain is it's similar to other rhythm games as well, or any other VR game, is finding where you are in VR is actually harder than you would expect, depending on where your hands are. Sometimes you have to look to find where your hand is, but over time you actually figure it out. You get used to it. You feel more immersed once you've spent, after a couple of 100 hours. Some people get it sooner than others. After I personally have a bit over 2,000 hours in VR now across all the games I've played, and I still get a bit of motion sickness depending on the game and the movements. So some people get it, and some people take a little longer to get it, but don't give up. Because we all want to play like these players right here. Look at those fluid movements. I think we're pretty safe to say Moin might actually have this one in the bag as well. He's currently 200,000 points ahead of Jade, and Jade is about 200,000 points in front of a Raptor. And remember, this can all change very quickly. We are getting close to the end of the song. Remember, this game, it is highly important to keep a full combo. You can still score pretty high, not getting a full combo. But if you are in this kind of a head-on score chasing, full combo is everything. And even though they all finished on a full combo, look at that difference. Look at that difference. Alright, carrying on with the next song, Carry On. This is one of the newest songs added, and this is the first time that is actually being seen in master difficulty. If you played the game and you jumped in and seen this song, it only goes up to expert for a very good reason. And you will find that the master difficulty will make its way into the game very soon. Very, very soon. And here's those green that I was mentioning. You start these greens with one hand, and you gotta keep to that one hand. They are trickier than they look. You want to make sure you start with the hand that you want to continue with, and make sure you don't forget what hand that is when you jump out of the special. I would almost say it is the hardest special to get right. I'm just watching and enjoying the song here. I thought I'd just be quiet for just a moment. It's quite a nice jam. I quite like this song, and it looks like Moin is quite enjoying it as well. And have a look at the different style of the players as well. Watching Raptor down at the bottom left here, he's almost playing a lot more calm than the other players. His movements seem more fluid. Really trying to get those perfect hits every time. And it's paid off. Raptor is currently quite a bit further than the others. And you got to remember the tension between these players. They can see the names. They're all in multiplayer right now. And they can see their names moving up and down on that leaderboard. Just like any competitive sport, you know, maybe running, maybe swimming. Just having that other competitor in your view, it can be a very good thing. Get that competitive spirit going. But at the same time, if you let it get to you that you've fallen behind, it could be the end. Jade and Moin are really keeping close. But remember, it's one orb away from a huge change. All the players have been keeping a full multiplier all the way through now. I'm not sure if you guys can see the colors on your screen. You'll see the difference. The greens, you see those greens popping up, more clearly seen on a Raptor screen down at the bottom left here. Green is what you want to see. There are those nice, full, perfect hits. I believe the next one is yellow. Yellow is so they go from 500 per hit down to 250. And you'll rarely see anything below that for these players. And that one, Raptor got in the bag. Well played. Ooh, From Hell. Now this song, some of you may remember this song from one of the recent trailers for the spin mode that was released in Synthriders. Now we won't see the spin mode today, but if you haven't tried it yet, it's one hell of a trip. It really brings the game back to life. If you haven't played it, put down a difficulty, play some of the songs that you've played before. It's sure to put a smile on your face. And back to that competitive spirit, Moin, Raptor, and Jade are very close. Very close. This is a very tight start. Let's see how it goes after the special. At the end of this green special. Oh, very much the same. Not much difference here at all. Raptor's leading. And if I'm not mistaken, we also have 3 different ways of spectating the game as well. The game has quite a few options for you to enable your friends or anybody else to spectate. I think we've got the first-person view, which can be done in 3 ways actually. I think we might even have all 3 of those first-person views here. We've got your first-person view as you play, which is similar to what you got Raptor showing us right now. And over at Moin, the first person in wide perspective, which has a bit of a smoothing and a further back look to it. And over on Jade's screen, you'll see there's no rocking of the camera. It looks like Jade has the camera set to, I believe it's a third person perspective without the avatar. And as I was saying earlier with the environments, there's quite a selection. I'm not too sure on the number, but over the last couple of DLCs that have been released, the Cyberpunk Essentials pack, which if you purchase it, you get a new environment called Dystopia. And if you've seen the one that came with the Electro Swing pack a few months ago, it's a favorite of mine because it's first it's called how we were talking about the Phoenixes before. That environment that was released with the Electro Swing pack was called Rise of the Phoenix, and it has some amazing graphics. And okay, some people might say it's distracting, but I love watching that bird, the Phoenix, fly up and down the map. And these players, they're not letting go. These three are not letting go. They are so close, even though there's a little bit of a difference here from number 1 to number 3. So Moin has about 80,000 point lead right now, but that could change any moment. And at the end of that rail, look at that. Just as I said, Raptor jumped up, but Moin got that one in the bag. Well played. Wind it up. Let's go Turbo. This song was released with the Cyberpunk Essentials just very recently. It must be hard for these players to play with such focus when your body wants to move so much and groove to the amazing music in this game. Raptor really wants this one. And Jade's not letting go. They're really focusing on trying to get these specials as perfect as possible because they're gonna get the most amount of points. And if they can get all of those perfect hits in those specials, it's a huge boost. It's a huge boost to your score. And you might have seen some of the players go through the walls by accident once or twice. There is a limit to how many times they can do it. If you have a look at the bars at the... It's a bit hard to see. Again, easier to see on Raptor's screen. They do have health bar and a timer as well. You've got to be very careful, because if you go through enough walls, you will fail. Gotta go Turbo. Moin is definitely trying to get ahead, but Raptor is not letting go. And if any of them drop a note, it's Jade's game. It's fantastic having these different perspectives. You can see a little bit more from the top on Jade's screen on the top right. And on the crazy sections, if you're watching Moin and Raptor, you can definitely see those notes flying towards you. Well played. Another one to Moin. I think a few more wins for Moin. I think there's been quite a few wins for Moin. Oh. Not too sure what happened there. Moin dropped the note. That's going to be... That is not a good sign to begin with. Let's see how Raptor and Jade carry on. Moin's taking a break on this one. And also, if I'm not mistaken, I believe with this one we've got, with the competition, it's a double round robin, so this one is definitely more of a battle between Raptor and Jade. And Moin might be just taking this one easy, considering he's got the lead already. Jade is definitely riding through smoothly on this one. Raptor's not too far away. And remember those specials, keep an eye on these golden rails, there's a lot of them. And see those greens? See those greens? Raptor's getting very close. He's getting those specials, every one of them. Oh, I think almost every one of those specials was a perfect hit. And he's taking the lead. I'm actually holding on to my table here every time they're dodging walls. The obstacles is... when you're watching so closely how the players are playing, it is very hard not to try to dodge the walls yourself. Or maybe I've been playing for too long. If you have played other rhythm games, coming into Synthriders is definitely easier, but the first thing you'll notice, the colors. When you first start, if you're used to a different color scheme, it's the first thing that knocks you out. But luckily, the devs were kind enough to give us all the color changes that we require. Any color you want to choose, it is there for you. If you're used to a different scheme from a different game, you can set that up here as well. Nice. Well played. Raptor takes that one. But with all the games played, looking at the scoreboard here, that looks like Moin takes the win. Congratulations. Congratulations, and thank you everybody for watching, and I'll see you all later.